good morning. It is March 12th, 2K13. This is WGTV Today, Wayne Goldsboro Television Today. And today is Tuesday. Did I say that? I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Bess. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. We have a great lineup today. We have City Manager Scott Stevens, who will be on today giving his monthly update on what's happening the month of March for the City of Goldsboro.
Yeah.
We have Meg GERNAAT here with Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation, and there's some exciting things happening downtown Goldsboro with 5 restaurants, so you're going to want to hold on tight and hear about that. And then Mark Wilson's here to talk about Parks and Recreation and the exciting things they're having through the month of March and April as well.
It's got to be the clock thing. I'm still all messed up from the clock thing. I can't.
We sprang forward.
Yes, we did spring forward. Okay. It's a lot of stuff going on around the community.
Yes, it is.
And the 12th of March is almost the middle. We're almost halfway through.
Well, the Salvation Army, Wayne, is having a barbecue luncheon.
Okay.
And we need to hear about it. We need to share the information. It is Thursday, March the 21st, from 11 until 2. It'll take place actually at the Salvation Army, which is located on North William Street here in Goldsboro. Right. Join the Women's Auxiliary for their annual barbecue luncheon. Plates are $8. It'll include barbecue, potato salad, slaw, hush puppies, and a dessert. You can dine in, take out, or drive through. They'll also deliver. For more information, you can call Mary Lou Jones at 919-221-6101. Mary Lou Jones with the Salvation Army.
Oh boy. Okay, look here. Can you see that okay there? That's the poster.
Well, you can see through it, sort of.
You kind of sort of can, yeah, that's right. Wow, that is really neat, eh? Anyway, it's a lot of it's green, that's why. Anyway, what it says is that the Greater Goldsboro Road Run gets underway on the 13th.
That's right.
Saturday, April 13th, and we'll be talking a lot about that between now and then. It includes a 10K run, a 5K run, a 5K walk, and a 1-mile fun run. Anyway, all this is coming up on the 13th of April. It's a big fundraiser for the Sunrise Kiwanis.
That's
right.
The
second oldest road run in North Carolina.
And that is huge. The second oldest run in North Carolina. And we have it right here in Goldsboro.
We certainly do. And you can go online to get information at runtheeast.com. Runtheeast.com.
That's right.
All right.
Well, the Cole Brothers Circus is coming to town. Wednesday, March the 27th, starting at 4:30 in the afternoon. You can get advance tickets for $16. The general admission tickets are $20. For reserved and VIP seating, you can get pay additional $7. Free tickets for children to go to the circus. Oh, you can get free tickets at GoToTheCircus.com. That's at GoToTheCircus.com.
I like that.
It'll be held at Wayne County Fairgrounds. Everybody knows that's out on Highway 117. The Cole Brothers Circus of Stars will be at the fairgrounds from Wednesday, March 27th through Thursday, March 28th, with performances starting, like I said, at 4:30 in the afternoon and run through 7:30 p.m. If you have questions, you can dial 1-888-332-5200. Cole Brothers Circus starting March 27th.
I love those guys. Cole Brothers.
That's right.
They are great. They invented coleslaw.
Oh, they did. No, they didn't.
Okay.
But I saw a movie recently that's very similar, and it kind of is a play on the life of people in the circus, and that was Water for Elephants, I believe was the name of it. It was a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, you should see it and check it out. It's all about circus life, but there's a love story in there and all that.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a really good movie.
Oh, okay.
Water for Elephants.
Excellent.
All about circus life.
Excellent.
Living on a train. That's what they do.
Oh.
Live on a train and travel from town to town, then set up the circus, break it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of
neat. Check it out.
Yeah, check it out. All right. You've heard me talk about Captain George Wolf and the Civil Air Patrol here in Goldsboro, Wayne County. They're going to have a big open house coming up on the 23rd of March out at the Wayne Regional Jetport, Executive Jetport, and that's in Pikeville on Airport Road in Pikeville.
That's right.
The Wayne Executive Jetport, March 23rd, starts at 10 a.m. And if you have any questions about this or you want to get information, call Captain George Wolf at 919-252-7220. 252-7220.
That's a lot of twos.
I know. I know.
Did you dye eggs as a child for Easter? before.
Did I dye eggs?
Did you do
yeah.
that?
Well,
too.
Mom did.
Right. Well, and you went. She would go hide them, and you would go find them, or did y'all just eat those?
Yeah. Yeah, but after I got older, I mean, after I turned 45,
you stopped dyeing your eggs before your Easter egg hunt? Well, I tell you what, you can go back and try it again this year.
Really? How's that?
Yes, because the staff at the Arts Council of Wayne County, Sarah Merritt and her group, are going to be dyeing Easter eggs on Thursday, March the 28th.
Really?
That's right. But at 5 o'clock p.m., it costs $15. It includes a half a dozen eggs, supplies. You'll be painting your eggs, dyeing your eggs, maybe even hiding those eggs and then finding them.
Oh, boy.
Ages 4 and up at the Arts Council of Wayne County, March 28th.
4 and up?
4 and up. You can go, Wayne.
I can go.
Yeah, Wayne can go.
Yes. All right. There you go. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, yes. Today's trivia question.
Yes.
Firestone.
What about it? The place?
Well, actually, the guy that invented it, that created the Firestone Tire Company.
Okay.
It's a big company now. Of course, Harvey Firestone created the Firestone Tire Company and Rubber Company years and years and years ago. Of course, he's deceased now. But he was a friend of the president.
Which president?
Calvin Coolidge.
All right.
And he gave the president a gift.
A set of tires?
No, not a set of tires. These are your mud tires. You can ride them around the White House in the mud.
Yeah. That would go over well.
Tire mogul Harvey Firestone gave Calvin Coolidge a gift. It was an animal.
Oh, my.
An animal that normally you would see or hear of or find
at the circus?
On the continent of Africa.
Oh.
And at the circus.
Really, both?
Well, not at the same time.
Of course.
But unless the circus was in Africa. On the continent of Africa, this animal is most commonly seen. And there was one of these was given to the president by tire mogul Harvey Firestone. What animal, most often seen on the continent of Africa, was given, and no.
So I was going to say elephant because I was talking about that movie earlier, but I would assume he couldn't have an elephant at the White House.
He could not have an elephant at the White House.
Nor a giraffe, nor a tiger, or a monkey. Maybe a monkey. Could he have? He couldn't have. He didn't have a monkey.
Well, he could have,
but
that
he
wasn't
didn't.
it. In fact, he could have had anything because back then, people kept animals at the White House. I mean, there were milk cows. Hoover had a milk cow, and there was all kinds of stuff.
I bet they didn't have an elephant running around.
He did not have an elephant running around.
Okay.
But there have been many who have had some very strange animals at the White House, as did Calvin Coolidge have this gift. Now, he turned around and he gave it to a zoo.
Okay, so he didn't keep it.
He didn't keep it, but it was a gift from Harvey Firestone to Calvin Coolidge, an animal most commonly found on the continent of Africa.
Zebra?
No.
Oh, they're so pretty.
I know. All striped.
All striped. We'll keep thinking on that. I know I asked him if it was a tiger or a lion.
Well, it would not have been a lion. Well, it could have been a lion, but it wasn't a lion.
Okay.
And probably not a tiger because tigers are most commonly found in India.
Oh, excuse me.
That's okay. Well, no.
Wayne knows these things.
No, Wayne does. Wayne makes a lot of this stuff up. But anyway, that's beside the point.
Doesn't.
What was the animal? That's the question. That's the
We've asked about 20 now, so we'll just ponder for a while.
That's right. Ponder for a while, and if you know the answer, call 555-555-555-551.
Please don't.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Blood drive at Northwest Elementary School scheduled for Monday, March the 25th.
Okay.
From 2 until 6:30 p.m. That is located Northwest Elementary School, which is at 1769 Pikeville Princeton Road in Pikeville, North Carolina.
All right.
And we'll tell you about many different blood drives coming up throughout our community.
Yes. Yes.
All right, let's see.
All right, don't forget Seth's Blackberry Production and Planting Workshop. This is a lot of fun and very educational and could be rewarding monetarily for you if you wanted to get into that kind of a business.
That's right.
Blackberries are very popular and actually good for you, actually. But this workshop is on the 23rd of March. That's a Saturday, starting at 9 a.m., going until noon o'clock. And at the Seth's location at 201 Stevens Mill Road, 201 Stevens Mill, Seth's Center for Environmental Farming Systems, a fantastic place. But the workshop will show you how to plant, feed, grow, do all those things for blackberries. Okay.
Wonderful.
If you have any questions, you can call Lisa at 919-513-0954. That's a Raleigh number, long distance, 919-513-0954.
All right, well, Wayne, let's go see what the city update is all about for this particular month, the month of
okay.
March. The City Manager Scott Stevens will give us the update, and I think there's some information from the City Retreat and various other things that are happening here in Goldsboro, so stay tuned.
Hello, I'm Scott Stevens, Goldsboro City Manager, and time for our March update of activities or some of the highlights going on within the City of Goldsboro. I guess a recent area we spent or fielded a lot of calls and emails is concerning feral cats, and in response to an article that was written in the paper that came out of our council retreat that we held in February, and really trying to address a problem with stray dogs and cats within the community that are creating problems within certain neighborhoods. And for those neighbors in which these loose animals are reproducing and then rummaging around, it is an area of concern for residents and for the city. We have a lot of people who are supportive of animals, feral or otherwise, and are looking after some groups of those that have at least expressed concern. And our goal is to really manage and balance that and do what is best for the community. Changing our animal control ordinance, and that's where we would make this adjustment, could potentially make it a fine if you're feeding feral cats and dogs. But the intent of that is so that we are then able to trap them, because we do have areas where people really aren't looking after these wild animals that are running around our community. And for some neighborhoods, they become a very big detriment. They either harass them when they're walking their dogs, or they just rummage, or they're just concerned. And once they start multiplying, those numbers can increase. At least our experience has been pretty significantly. Our hope is, or our intent is not to mistreat the animals, but it is to be able to get them in a point where we can capture them and then carry them to the SPCA so they can either find a home or at least be treated in a more humane way. So more discussion on that issue to come in the coming months, probably March, April timeframe in terms of an ordinance change with our council, and I'm sure we'll have much more conversation with the public. But it's not that we don't care about dogs and cats that are running loose. It's trying to address those areas where there are problems for the neighborhoods, and we do have several areas in which they are problematic for the community. I also want to mention our Goldsboro Partnership Against Crime. Again, our GPAC, we've talked about that a number of times ongoing, and in March we really are bringing in our first call-in this month. We've got it scheduled for March 19th. We're pretty excited about all the partners and the community involvement and the outside resources that will come to Goldsboro that day to help deliver our message of make a better choice for your life, or if you don't, we're going to help you through the criminal justice system a lot quicker. And that really is the message to those that have been violent offenders in our community in the past. As part of that, we discussed with City Council at their first meeting in March the idea of doing some advertising on the gateway buses, particularly those that run, the larger buses that run only city routes. And I think you'll see that message of violence won't be tolerated, your consequences if you continue to have offenses if you're a convicted felon, and what your prison sentences could be. I think you'll see that more of that messaging coming in March, April timeframe, and again, we'll monitor to see if that's effective, but really trying to show that we are taking this seriously and we are doing something different than we have done in years past. In February, our council held a two-day retreat. We met at the Goldsboro Municipal Golf Course, so we went to a different location but not out of town. And we kept the council engaged for a couple of days, one with some updates of information, another part of a visioning exercise, learning a little more about one another and why we think some of the ways we think. And then really asked the council to go through a process of helping us prioritize issues for them so that we as the staff and departments can work on addressing those priorities as we're going through our budgeting process for next year. The four priorities that came out, pretty broad, but again, community appearance. That may be dilapidated homes, leaning sides, trash in neighborhoods, graffiti, whatever you might envision that. But community appearance was important to the mayor and council. Downtown development, and I think in particular private investment. So trying to do our part to encourage that private investment in downtown. Parks and Recreation, I guess due to our master plan, had a lot of emphasis on needs, but improvements to our existing parks and recreation, our parks in general, and our facilities as well. And then the fourth priority was greenway development. And there's been quite a bit of activity and interest throughout the community in the development of greenways for a variety of reasons. And for those that may not know, greenways can be a pathway for walking and or riding, bicycles or other equipment you might allow, and they generally are seen as areas that go through natural areas. They can go alongside of a roadway similar to our multi-use path on New Hope Road, but more often they travel next to streams or natural areas and are an area that people can escape from maybe the day-to-day hustle some, but also have some exercise nearby to where they work or live, and ultimately provide a connection point of how you might actually get to work or get to shopping, depending on how the system is laid out. We do have two projects that we're hopeful of that will come in the near future. And I'll share the first of those is provided through some state grant funding that we've applied for. We should hear something in the March-April timeframe. So in the next month or so, we should hear if we have received the funding. But we have applied for up to $400,000 to extend some of our existing trail system and start trying to make some connections. The first part of that $400,000, a $200,000 grant, would be used by the city and to extend and create the greenway from Royal Avenue here at the north side of this slide, down along Stony Creek where the city owns property, and coming down toward Ash Avenue behind Bicycle World, crossing over into Stony Creek Park, and then again continuing on through Stony Creek Park and having some crossing point over to Elm, and then there are actually some greenway trails that extend on south of Elm. So we'll be trying to connect this north-south area for those that live in this area to provide a connection from Royal Avenue down through Elm. And I think that would be a nice amenity for those that are there. People are already walking those trails in a lot of areas, but the trails or the greenways would probably be a paved surface. That's our intent, is to pave them with asphalt, so they would be a better surface for walking, biking, or pushing a stroller along that. And again, we should hear about that in the March-April timeframe. The next project is really one where we've partnered with the county commissioners here in Wayne County. They have applied on the city's, well, on their behalf, but for a project that the city would ultimately maintain for the community. And it would be an extension of the city's existing multi-use trail along New Hope Road. Here at the church, we would extend this trail along New Hope Road, cross the creek, and then come down along an existing sewer line easement that runs behind Wayne Community College in this area. And again, very nice area in terms of escaping, although you're still very close to civilization. It makes you feel like you're maybe not so close. Bringing it in behind Wayne Memorial Hospital, and then we'd have a connection point back out to Wayne Memorial Drive at this time, where the sidewalks currently exist along Wayne Memorial, with our hope of extending the sidewalks up to New Hope Road, or down New Hope Road to where this multi-use trail would connect, and you'd have a fairly nice large loop in this area. And again, this grant the county commissioners have applied for, they would administer the grant. We would actually own and operate and maintain through an agreement the trails if we move forward, if we're successful in the funding and we move those projects forward. So again, some of why do you want to do it? It's certainly an amenity that many expect to have in a developing community. And we have a lot of people coming to Goldsboro and Wayne County who are used to these from other places they have lived, and it helps to improve one of our biggest things with keeping people healthy, getting them moving, getting them active, and improving the quality of life for those of us here as well as those that would be relocating to the area. So I hope we'll have good announcements on those grant funds in the coming months, and then you ought to see construction on that very soon thereafter if the grants are in fact approved for City of Goldsboro and the County of Wayne. We had a transportation summit held last week of February, and had some good information shared that week. Secretary of Transportation, Secretary Tata, was here and talked a lot about his philosophy within the Department of Transportation, his directives from the governor, and where he saw the Department of Transportation sort of going in a better customer sense of helping to generate jobs, be more customer focused, and more efficient. And so along with the Division 4 engineer John Rouse, talked a little more about the US 70 project and resurfacing on DOT streets within Wayne County and what might occur in the next year. So again, a lot of good information shared there, and you'll be able to watch that on Channel 10 or on the city's website. You can find the video feed of that at any time of day that you'd like to watch that through the month of March. I spoke briefly about some local projects, and a couple I'd like to share with you are street resurfacing, because that is one that we as city staff, and I know our mayor and council are asked oftentimes, when are you going to resurface our streets, or are you resurfacing streets, or our streets are in bad shape, so when are you going to address those? And so first, I'd like to just take a minute and try to orient you with this map and just get beyond a little bit of misunderstanding that people tend to have that if a street is in the city of Goldsboro, it's a city street. That's true in a lot of cases, but it's not every case. And this map is trying to show, with US 70 up here in green, Royal Avenue in green, Spence Avenue in green, Ash Avenue in green, those all being DOT or State Department of Transportation streets for maintenance purposes. And typically your main streets throughout the community will be state maintained streets. So whether it's pothole repair or street resurfacing, our state DOT is allocating funds to maintain those streets. And then the streets in red, or the neighborhood streets, is I guess, or most of this map will be those that the city are responsible for the maintenance of. So again, not every street within the city limits is a city-maintained streets. Your neighborhood streets are primarily city-maintained. Most of your main thoroughfares, again, your Way Memorial, Ash, William Street, Spence, Royal, those are going to be maintained by our State Department of Transportation. This is a listing of our 2013 street resurfacing, just showing you on a map. I know you can't read the street names here, but we do have these projects currently out for bid. It's a little over $500,000 estimated work here to be done, and we do have funds budgeted this year, and our council, once we have bids in place, will either award those bids or not, but I would expect we'll award those bids sometime in April, and so you'll see the work in the coming months. But from streets at Lockhaven Drive off Way Memorial to Hillcrest, or a section of Hillcrest, to Claiborne south of Ash, to Audubon up near Royal, to Mulberry, you can just see we are moving at least that $500,000 throughout the community, trying to address the worst sections of these streets that we've identified, yet maintain streets throughout the city. So it's not in one part of our community, it is spread throughout Goldsboro. And if you look at the history of where we've done resurfacing, you'll see that same trend, that we have made some improvements and resurfaced streets over the years. Not enough, but we are doing some maintenance to our streets, and that's important for us to continue to do. Another project that the State Department of Transportation is the primary sponsor of, and the one responsible for the construction, will be the widening of Royal Avenue from Sunburst Drive here, and Fremont Motor being this part of the picture, Royal Avenue here, and US 70 showing here, but from Sunburst, putting in a center left turn lane all the way down to Berkeley Boulevard here at this far side of the slide. And widen to 3 lanes, you'll have that center left turn lane. It will primarily help at North Park Drive. And then when you're coming back up to the stoplight between Fremont Motors and Target on Sunburst, you won't have to wait for somebody making a left turn, because they'll have a dedicated lane to be able to move over and get out of the way. So through traffic can go, and it should make the traffic flow along Royal Avenue a lot better. The water line work, or utility relocation work that the city is paying for, is currently ongoing, so I've seen that work out there. So if you see an excavator or equipment working today or early part of March, that's going to be the utility work going on, and then very soon thereafter the State Department of Transportation will have their contractor or their crews in there making the actual road improvements. And it should be completed this summer, so you ought to see that work over the coming months and be able to ride on it late summer, early fall. Another project which you probably haven't seen a lot of is we have hired a firm to come out and do flow studies within our sewer system. So we have what we call inflow and infiltration, which will be groundwater or rainwater that gets into our sanitary sewer collection system and creates high flows into our wastewater treatment plant, more than we ought to have there from a volume standpoint. And a lot of that is attributable to leaks, old pipes with cracks. When the groundwater rises, allows groundwater to get in, or when you have rainfalls, the rain gets into those pipes. And so we have a system of 40+ sewer monitors out there that have been installed through the month of March that are monitoring the flow. And so you can see the response to rainfall, and we will take that data once we have it in a month and really focus on where to spend our sewer resources in terms of rehab and rehabilitation, and that will direct the city's efforts to spend many millions in sewer rehab over the coming years for some of these pipes that have been in the ground for 50, 60, 70, 80 years and that are in need of repair and replacement. Our goal is to make sure we're addressing the worst problems first in terms of leaks within our system, and hopefully that'll make it better in the treatment process for us as well. So again, that ought to be complete through the month of March in terms of our flow monitoring. And I think at this point I will close and just remind you we're always here to answer your questions. If you have comments or ways we can improve the community, we have a dedicated staff trying to make life here in Goldsboro better by providing the service from their department's angle, but we all are here trying to serve the citizens of Goldsboro and make it a great community to be part of. So please don't hesitate to call us, whether it's by going to the website. There's a citizen request tab. You can send an email that way. The phone numbers are there, and of course the manager's office, 580-4330, and we're happy to talk to you anytime. So again, thank you, and please don't hesitate to contact us if we can be of service.
And we're back on WGTV today. That's great from Scott. That's some
that
good
was,
information.
and I'm glad that he's doing this every month.
Yeah.
Then we'll also have these on the City of Goldsboro's website. As soon as you get on the home page, you'll see right over on the right-hand side, his monthly update will always be there. And of course, we'll keep it updated every single month, so you'll have the most current video right there if you missed it today, or if you'd like to see it again or share it with someone.
There you go. And we want to remind you also that this morning at 8 o'clock, the Wayne County Commissioners meet in briefing, and this precedes, of course, the regular meeting, which begins at 9 o'clock. So if you'd like to attend, you're more than welcome to to visit this morning beginning at 8 o'clock in Commission Chambers, which is on the 4th floor of the Wayne County Courthouse, downtown Goldsboro. Take the elevator to the 4th floor, you get off, and you go around to the left, you can't miss it. All right, that's at the 8 o'clock for the County Commissioners briefing, and then the meeting itself begins at 9 o'clock this morning.
That's right.
All right?
Public is invited.
Oh, yes, yes. Public's invited to that, as always.
This Thursday, March 14th, the Matrix Percussion Trio will be at Mount Olive College in the Assembly Hall. This group is based out of Nashville, Tennessee. They are dedicated to exploring and performing music written and arranged across all frontiers. Let's see.
Frontiers?
That's what they tell us. Yeah. Event is open to the public. The tickets can be purchased at the door for $10 per person. If you have questions, you can contact Stuart Burnham at 919-658-7166. That's at Mount Olive College, the Matrix Percussion Trio, this Thursday, 7:30.
Fantastic. Now, we ask you also to support United Way of Wayne County. That's United Wayne. And there's so many ways you can do that, but one way is by participating in the Super Bowl foursome golf tournament that they have coming up on the 26th of April, next month. Just a few weeks before this takes place. It'll be taking place at Walnut Creek Country Club, and I believe that's at Walnut Creek.
I believe so.
Okay. Benefiting United Way of Wayne County. Friday, April 26th, and 8 a.m. and a 1 p.m. shotgun start. All right? Anyway, if you want information about this, you can go online to get that information from United Wayne .something.
.org probably.
Or, yeah.
Is it not on the back of that?
I'm sure it's here. It's right here. Here it is. UnitedWayne.org. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So there.
And some individuals from the United Way will be coming on soon to talk about these programs as well.
Yeah.
Well, the Salvation Army Brass Band is going to be at First Baptist Church here in Goldsboro this Saturday, March 16th at 7 o'clock. It's free and open to the public. Let's see, there'll be a presentation of the history of the Salvation Army's brass band as well. So if you love brass and you love to hear the bands, Salvation Army would love to have you come hear them. First Baptist Church, John Street, Saturday, March 16th.
Constantly depicted in film and in video, the Salvation Army Band.
Yes.
I mean, regardless of the Western you watch, the old Westerns from back in the 40s and 50s and into the 60s and 70s, Westerns, or in fact old comedy movies, the Salvation Army Band for some reason was always in there with the big bass drum and the tuba or the sousaphone and of course either trombone or trumpet. So they've been around a long time.
You know, I didn't know there were classes offered at this Arts Council that are musical classes. She was telling me recently, here in Wayne County, downtown. No, they offer music classes. Which
really?
There's several places in town that offer music lessons.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know Stage Struck offers acting classes and piano classes and voice classes and that type thing. But the Arts Council has several instruments that they offer classes for as well for children and adults. Yeah.
How about that?
So there's been telling about that recently.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, they do everything over there, don't they?
They do a lot. They
Well,
do
that's
a
at
lot.
the corner of Walnut and John Street.
It certainly
as
is.
I
Over by the
recall.
Family Shoe Store.
That's right. That's right.
Look for the big pig out front, the colorful pig.
What's the pig's name?
I knew you'd ask me that. Now I can't remember.
Is it Hamlet?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
Don't they have a gift shop?
They have a gift shop, and it is out of this world. I mean, we've both been several times, and it is amazing what they have in there, from painted stones to rocking chairs to pictures to sketches, watercolors, anything you can imagine.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
It is, and I think Sarah said you could get something for as little as
$2.
Or as much as you wanted to spend.
That's right, and it's mostly from people right here in our community. There are a few from just eastern North Carolina, but most are just people in our community. That's what they do for a living.
Great works of art.
From jewelry,
oh yeah,
the list goes on and
lots
on.
of jewelry
Just
in
stop by. It's called the Art Market. Stop by and see them sometime.
All right, got the senior games coming up. We're going to be talking about that, the senior games here in Wayne County.
That's right.
We talked about the blackberry production and planting workshop. We have our trivia question. We're working on that.
Yep, we are. We are.
Did you? She knows.
I know, and I don't think it's a fair question.
Oh, she said she didn't think it was a fair question.
It's misleading how you asked us.
Uh-oh, they said it's misleading how Wayne was asking us.
Have in the White House.
Well,
We'll see, we'll see.
it was an animal from the continent of Africa.
Well, let's go to, not commercial, but let's go to the next,
Let's go to commercial break.
let's go to our other interviews, which is Meg Grenade from DGDC, Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation,
Even better.
and Parks and Recs, Mark Wilson. Stay tuned.
Okay.
Good morning and welcome back to Wayne Goldsboro Television. Joining me now is Meg Grenade of Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation. Hi, Meg.
Hello.
So fun things are happening downtown Goldsboro?
Always.
Always? Well, tell us what's the next big news.
We've got our Pig in Downtown event going on.
Pig in downtown.
Yes.
So pigs are coming to town.
They are. And if people aren't familiar with what this is, it's an event that we host throughout the month of March and the beginning of April. The DGDC partners with the Boys and Girls Club to raise funds for their programs. And what we have is in 5 restaurants downtown, we have 5 giant wooden pigs that are set up.
You definitely need to see that.
Yes, they are humongous. And each pig has a community celebrity's face on it. So we get, celebrities from the community come out and lend their faces to the pigs, and people who dine at the restaurants can buy lips to support the Boys and Girls Club. And
So now what do these lips get you?
well, they're in increments of $1 or $5.
Okay.
And you buy them from the restaurant staff, and they post them to the pig. And the pig who has the most smooches by the end of the period, which is April 12th, they have to kiss a real live pig at Pig in the Park on April 13th.
Oh my.
Yes.
Okay. So the pig person with the most smooches will kiss a live pig
Yes.
at the Pig in the Park event.
Right.
Interesting.
We've got great celebrity pigs
Yeah,
this
tell
year.
us who the celebrities are.
We've got Jeff Hulse, who is the DGDC board president, and
Oh,
he's a
yes.
native to Goldsboro. We have Bill Edgerton, who is a
yeah.
community philanthropist. He started
Certainly
Habitat.
is. That's right, Habitat for Humanity.
We've
He's
got
big in the Optimist Club.
Oh yes, very involved. We have Kurt Keller, who is an
Good old Kurt.
instructor at Wayne
Yes.
Community College,
and
he,
very knowledgeable of historic sites.
oh
and-
yes, and he is our reigning boss hog. So he was the one who had to kiss a pig last year.
He was the big winner last year.
Yes. We have Brad Hood, and he is the station manager at 107.9 WNCT.
Wonderful.
And Wayne County Commissioner Steve Keene.
Well, how about that? You have a nice list there.
Yes.
Of spread out throughout our community representing. Wonderful. So we need to get out and buy some smooches.
Yes, and the restaurants that are participating are B&G Grill, the Laughing Owl, I think D Sports Bar and Grill, Torero's, and the Flying Shamrock.
Okay, to get all 5 of those, make a list. Make sure you got all of those and go in and buy a smooch.
Yes.
And you can put it on the big, huge, over life size
Yes.
poster in the restaurant. And whoever gets the most smooches is going to kiss a live pig at the Pig in the Park event, which is April
13th.
13th at Waynesboro Park.
All
right?
proceeds go to Boys and Girls Club, and it's just a really fun competition. So come on out; it's for a great cause.
It is. Tell us a little more about Pig in the Park, if you don't mind.
Pig in the Park is an event that's also the proceeds go to the Boys and Girls Club, but it is a fantastic event that's outdoors. There's vendors, tons of food, live music.
Barbecue competition.
Oh yes, barbecue
Very serious
competition.
barbecue competition.
It's great. I mean, bring the kids out. It's a great way for them to expel their energy and get some lunch and listen to music. So it's great. It's going to be a good time.
Wonderful. So mark your calendars for Pig in the Park, but also to come downtown and what's it called? Pig in Downtown. Come Pig in Downtown and buy some smooches and support the local Boys and Girls Club. Thank you, Meg. We appreciate you keeping us updated on what's happening downtown Goldsboro.
Anytime.
Thank you for listening. Good morning and welcome to Wayne Goldsboro Television. Joining me today is Mark Wilson with Goldsboro Parks and Recreation. Hey, Mark.
Hey, how you doing?
I am great. Tell me about these fun things you have lined up at Herman Park Center.
Yeah, we have a lot of great things going on with the Parks and Recreation Department. For the month of March, we have our Easter egg hunt. It's our annual Easter egg hunt. We call it the Bunny Express. It's going to be Thursday, March 28th. And
What ages?
It's for ages 4 to 12. Okay. We have them separated to two different groups. Ages 4 to 8 will be at 6 o'clock. We'll have their Easter egg hunt.
That is PM, right?
Yes, PM,
Okay.
of course. And and for the older kids from 9 to 12, 8-year-olds, we have an Easter egg hunt for them at 7:30, and it's actually going to be a flashlight egg hunt.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so bring your flashlight and an Easter egg basket or bag to fill your bag up with goodies. And we'll also have, for each age group, we'll have a golden egg, so whoever gets the golden egg will win a prize. It's usually a big basket full of different goodies.
You'll display that so everybody can really try hard to find that golden egg.
We sure will, we sure will. It's all at the front lawn at Herman Park Center.
Wonderful. Is there a fee for this at all?
No, it's all free.
Another free thing at Goldsboro Parks and Recs.
Yes.
Can't beat that.
Yeah, it's usually a really fun time, so we invite everybody out to that.
So what else is happening after the Easter egg hunt?
Actually, before the Easter egg hunt, we have Kite Day. It's March 23rd. It's going to be at H.V. Brown Park, and that's for ages 4 and up. It starts at 10 o'clock, ends at 12 o'clock. But basically, you bring out your kite to the park, and you build your kite, and we have a staff member there that can teach you how to fly the kite and a lot of different things about kite flying.
So you bring your own.
You do.
And if you brought a family member, could they help you also?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Make it a family day.
Yep. Bring your kite, camera, and your family.
Wonderful. That sounds perfect.
Yeah, we also have a couple other things going on. Our SHAD tournament we've mentioned on here before.
Oh, yes.
Saturday, March 16th. So if you haven't registered yet, there's still time to go to Easy Bait and Tackle and register there. It's only $10. It's going to be a great time.
And I hear there's a tremendous amount of prizes going to be given away.
There is. Lots of gift certificates, prizes. So they say everyone's going to get something. Even if you don't win, biggest fish or the largest krill, everyone's going to get something.
You'll walk away with something.
You sure will. So it's going to be a great time.
So can they register online also for that?
Not online. It's at Easy Bait and Tackle.
Just at Easy Bait and Tackle. Okay, that's good to know.
If you check our website, we also have several new things popping up that we usually don't mention on here. We have bingo that starts. Oh, yeah. It's every second and fourth Friday.
Wayne and I have been talking about your bingo.
Yeah, you should come out. Have you been to play yet?
I haven't been to play it. We should do that. We should do that.
Yeah, it's at Herman Park Center. So check our website, GOLDSBOROParksandRec.com. There's plenty of new programs always popping up.
Oh yeah, we've seen Family Feud, bingo, line dancing, karate, the list goes on and on.
Yep,
I'm just amazed by what all you offer. And a lot of it is free, and if it's not free to the public, then it is at such a great cost.
It is usually a low
fee.
price. Yeah, it sure is. We're starting youth soccer for the first time. And we want to thank the Goldsboro Sunrise Kiwanis. They've donated some money to us to purchase some soccer goals.
So where can people go to find this entire list? Because we can't remember probably everything you just told us. So
GOLDSBOROParksandRec.com, and also our Facebook page, facebook.com/GOLDSBOROParksandRec.
So if you go up in the search bar on Facebook and just search Goldsboro Parks and Rec, you'll find it, right?
It'll pop right up.
Wonderful. Well, you heard it here. Lots of activities happening right here in Goldsboro at Herman Park and parks all over the city of Goldsboro. We'd love to see you there.
And we're back on March 12th. This is WGTV Today. Thank you for being with us.
Yes, let's see. Wayne, I wanted to remind everyone the Goldsboro Mayor's Youth Council still has their Easter baskets for sale that will support scholarship fundraising for the Arts Council, not for the Arts Council, for the Mayor's Youth Council.
Who's it for?
The Goldsboro Mayor's Youth Council.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Annual Easter Basket Scholarship Fund.
Okay.
They have baskets actually out where you can see them right now at the City Council. As soon as you walk in the annex to pay your water bill area, you can see them on display right there. They've got $10 and $15 and $20 baskets. Or if you would like for them to custom make you one, they can certainly do that as well. Call 580-4359. All the funds go back to scholarships for the Youth Council here in Goldsboro.
All right. Let's take a look at who's having a birthday today. Today's a birthday for Liza. Liza Minnelli having a birthday.
Oh, wow.
Come to the camp.
She's got a great voice.
66.
Is she?
Yeah. You know, that's Judy Garland's little baby
Yes, I
girl.
do.
Yeah. Anyway, she is 66 today, and sweet baby James Taylor is having a birthday. He is 64.
Do love his music.
Yes, and he has seen fire and he has seen rain.
Yes, he has.
Al Jarreau, one of my favorites as well, is 72 today. He is, of course, a singer. He actually sang the song to the theme song to the TV show Moonlighting. But he's also extremely talented. Baseball star Darryl Strawberry turns 50. Barbara Feldon, Agent 99 on Get Smart. The lovely lady is 79 years today. Another one of my favorite actors, Gordon McRae, turns, well, he's dead. He's
not
just
alive
turning.
anymore.
He's the star of the musical Carousel. He was also in one of the stars of Oklahoma, where the
Wow.
wind comes rolling down the
Oh,
plain.
yeah, we've had that. Stage Struck did that play not long
Yeah,
ago. It was a
anyway.
great story.
It's a great story. But Gordon McRae died in 1986. Birthday today for Marlon Jackson, having a birthday. He is 55. Birthday for Courtney B. Vance. Now, here's an actor who's really talented, who you may not know the name, Courtney B. Vance, but you'd know him if you saw him. He is probably best known for his role on Law and Order. He plays a DA there on Criminal Intent, Law and Order Criminal Intent. He's Ron Carver. But he's on that show. Very talented actor. Jamie Alexander plays the role of Jesse on the TV show Kyle XY.
Don't know that one.
Me either. Anyway, she's 28. Also birthday today for Leslie Manville, 56. Played the role of Mary in Another Year. Nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay. John Paul Lavoisier.
Don't know him.
Yes, you do.
Do
Yeah, you know this guy. He's
How do I know him?
32. You know him if you saw him. He was Rex Balsam on One Life to Live.
Okay.
And he was also on he was in that role from 2002 until the show ended in 2012. So he's on that show for over 10 years. Jean-Paul Lavoisier. Anyway, birthday today for Sam Levine. He is 30. He's an American TV and film actor. Sam Levine. And those are birthdays for today.
Happy birthday, everyone.
Happy, especially if you're. Thanks for watching, Gordon. Love the musical where the wind comes rolling down the plain.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Also, what do you have?
I want to remind everybody about the new initiative here in Goldsboro with the police department and the city of Goldsboro. It's called Goldsboro Partners Against Crime, or GPAC. GPAC, yes. It's 3 different groups working together. It's the community, law enforcement, and the court system. The new initiative consists of committees dedicated of local citizens who, in partnership with the police department and court system, are interested in using focused deterrence and community partnerships to reduce crime. So it's all about reducing crime. If you go to the City of Goldsboro's website, which is goldsboronc.gov, you will see GPAC. If you click on that, it'll give you all the detailed information. It's also a part of a national campaign, which is Project Safe Neighborhoods. These initiatives have popped up all over the United States, and North Carolina has, I believe, 27 initiatives now.
Wow.
Where they are really partnering together to protect our neighborhoods and our community. So if you're interested in finding out more about that, go to goldsboronc.gov.
Wages is an amazing organization.
Yes, it is.
A lot of people don't even know what they do. First Steps is one of their programs. Meals on Wheels is another program. If you want to know more about wages, you can just call over there and find out. Or you could actually become a volunteer. Meals on Wheels
right.
volunteer at Wages. In fact, the Wages umbrella covers many, many different organizations and areas.
We should have Brownie Doss come over here and talk about that program.
Well, we did have Brownie come in. She and
Yep,
Marley Ray
that's
came by
right.
and talked to us about it, and that's a great program.
Yes, it is.
But we need to get her back. You're right about that. Need to get her back in here. So anyway, that's a great program. All the programs at Wages are
Yes, they are.
great programs.
Remind you to save the date, April 12th and 13th, Pig in the Park.
Oh yeah.
At Old Waynesboro Park is a family-friendly event to spotlight Wayne County's history and its barbecue tradition.
Oh boy.
Want to make sure you are there. If you want to find out more information, you can look at piginthepark.com. All the proceeds go to benefit the Boys and the Girls Club.
Trivia question for today.
Yes.
Was Harvey Firestone, the tire mogul, gave Calvin Coolidge a gift when when President Coolidge was in the White House, and the gift was an animal from the that you most often find on the continent of Africa. Now, there's some question about whether or not this is a legitimate question, but it's a legitimate question. But I would have taken a particular name for this particular animal.
Well, we guessed like elephant, lion, giraffe, zebra, and all those were wrong.
Yeah, all those were wrong.
So let's find out what is the correct answer to that question.
Old Harvey gave Cal a hippopotamus.
A hippopotamus.
He gave him a
At
hippopotamus.
the White House.
At the White House. Now here's the thing. Hippopotami are very dangerous animals.
That's what I hear.
They are very dangerous. More people die in African rivers from being boats turned over and they're being killed by hippopotamus. But now
Wow.
this was a pygmy hippopotamus.
That means a little one.
It was a small hippopotamus. They don't grow very tall. They don't grow as big as the others. But now the thing about this particular hippopotamus is that up until then, that time, there were very few of these in the U.S., if any at all. So if you go anywhere at all in the U.S. to a zoo and you see a pygmy hippopotamus, that is a direct descendant of the hippopotamus that was given to Calvin Coolidge.
Well, how about that?
Most likely. Chances are excellent.
Now, how long was his stay at the White House?
He didn't stay long. President Coolidge actually went ahead and kept him a little while, fed him, then gave him to a zoo.
There you go.
There you go. So that's our trivia question for today.
I would have never guessed it. All righty, let's see. And I'm not sure who's on tomorrow's show, but...
Well, tomorrow is another day.
Yes,
Tomorrow
it
is Wednesday.
Yes, it is.
Or
Yes,
Wednesday.
it is.
Tomorrow we'll be talking about, for one thing, what's at Fort Knox.
We will?
You think it's only gold, right? Ha! There's more than that at Fort Knox, or there has been. We're going to find out about that a little later on.
Wonderful.
Tomorrow, okay.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Yep.
We are on every morning at 7 o'clock a.m., then again at 12, and again later in the afternoon.
That indeed we are. 7 o'clock every morning, noon, and then 5:30, and then later on in the afternoon or the evening. And you can also go online to waynegov.com, click on the YouTube link, and pull us up on YouTube, or you can go to the city site.
You can go to goldsboronc.gov and click on our YouTube link or either WGTV and find all of our shows there. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you've learned more about what's happening in your community.
So until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best.